Have you ever felt the quiet weight of your own disappointment? A moment when you looked at a result, a decision, or a path taken, and a voice inside whispered, "I thought I knew better." Failure isn't just about what went wrong on the outside. It's about what breaks on the inside. It's the erosion of trust in your own judgment, your own intuition, your own strength. This is where the real work begins. Not in fixing the external mistake, but in rebuilding the trust you've lost in yourself. It's a lonely feeling, isn't it? The world keeps moving. People offer simple advice, like just move on or everyone makes mistakes. But they don't see the internal replay. They don't feel the sting of letting yourself down. It's a heavy silence you carry, a private conversation where you are both the accuser and the accused. You question every choice that led you here. You doubt your ability to navigate the future. This self-doubt can be paralyzing, making you hesitant and afraid to take another step, to make another decision, because what if you get it wrong again? This feeling is valid, it's human, and it deserves to be met, not with judgment, but with gentle understanding. So, how do we begin to trust ourselves again? The first step is to redefine failure. We are taught to see it as an endpoint, a verdict on our capability. But what if failure is simply data? What if it's not a reflection of your worth, but a signpost pointing you toward a lesson you needed to learn? When a scientist's experiment fails, they don't conclude they are a bad scientist. They analyze the data, adjust the variables, and try again. Your life is your laboratory. The failure you experienced provided you with invaluable information. What did it teach you about your needs, about your boundaries, about the difference between what you thought you wanted and what you truly value? See it not as a scar, but as a map, showing you where the terrain is treacherous. This perspective shift is crucial. It moves you from a place of shame to a place of curiosity. Next, start with small, deliberate promises to yourself, and keep them. The bond of self-trust is built on evidence, not on grand declarations. You don't need to make a monumental leap of faith. Instead, focus on the microscopic. If you promise yourself you'll go for a 10-minute walk, go for that 10-minute walk. If you decide to read one chapter of a book before bed, read that one chapter. These aren't just tasks. They are acts of integrity. Each time you follow through, you are sending a powerful message to your subconscious. I am reliable. I am someone I can count on. This isn't about productivity. It's about rebuilding a relationship. You are slowly, patiently, re-earning your own trust, one small, kept promise at a time. It's the quiet accumulation of these moments that re-establishes the foundation. As you do this, practice self-compassion as if it were a discipline. When the voice of self-criticism arises, it will learn to meet it with a different voice. A voice that says, you did the best you could with the knowledge and resources you had at the time. This isn't an excuse. It's a fact. Hindsight is always perfect. But you didn't have hindsight then. You were navigating uncertainty. You were trying. To constantly blame your past self for not knowing what your present self knows is not only unfair, it's counterproductive. It keeps you locked in a cycle of shame. Compassion is the key that unlocks that cage. It allows you to forgive yourself, not because the failure didn't matter, but because you matter more than the failure. Now, reconnect with your intuition. Failure can make us believe that our inner compass is broken. We start outsourcing our decisions, seeking constant validation from others, because we no longer trust our own internal guidance. It's time to bring that power back home. Start in low-stake situations. What do you feel like eating for lunch? Which park do you want to walk through? What music feels right for this moment? Don't overthink it. Just choose. and then honor that choice without judgment. This practice is like strengthening a muscle. The more you listen to that quiet inner knowing on small matters, the louder and clearer it will become when it's time to make bigger decisions. Your intuition never truly left you. You just stopped listening. It's time to tune back in. Think about the story you're telling yourself about this failure. Our minds are powerful narrators, and often they craft a story where we are the villain or the victim. You have the power to edit that narrative. Acknowledge the pain, acknowledge the mistake, but then zoom out. How does this chapter fit into the larger story of your growth? Perhaps this failure was the catalyst for developing a new strength. Perhaps it closed a door that was never meant for you, freeing you to find the right one. You are the author of your life story. Reframe this event not as your downfall, but as a necessary plot twist that led to the development of a more resilient, wise, and authentic character, you. As you walk this path, you'll begin to notice a shift. A quiet confidence begins to return. It's not arrogance, it's a grounded sense of self-awareness. You'll start to see that the failure did not diminish you. It deepened you. It carved out new spaces within you for empathy, for wisdom, and for a more profound strength. This is not the brittle strength of someone who has never fallen. It is the flexible, resilient strength of someone who has fallen, learned how to get back up, and knows they can do it again if they must. This is the quiet power that comes from integrating your experiences, both the triumphs and the setbacks, into a more complete version of who you are. You are not broken. You are not defined by the moment you stumbled. Your worth was never on the line. Failure is an event, not an identity. It is a storm that passes, and what it leaves behind is cleared ground, ready for new growth. You have within you the capacity to rebuild, to learn, and to trust yourself more deeply than ever before. This journey isn't about becoming infallible. It's about becoming whole. It's about learning to hold your own hand through the darkness and lead yourself back into the light. The trust you seek is already inside you, waiting patiently. It's in the lessons you've learned. It's in the small promises you keep. It's in the compassion you offer yourself. You are the one you've been waiting for. Trust that. Trust the process. And most importantly, trust that you have everything you need to find your way forward, one steady step at a time. The path back to yourself is always open. You just have to be willing to walk it